these stories are always fun. Written about on Blaze.com is this opinion piece. Karl Marx suggested in the Communist Manifesto that proletarians have nothing to lose but their chains. Little did he know that one day an anti-capitalist would lose his overpriced coffee house.
Uh-oh.
Hate to see that.
Doesn't sound good at all.
The Anarchist is a leftist establishment in Toronto that touts itself as an anti-capitalist, anti-colonial cafe, shop, and radical community space on stolen land.
What a loser.
It was run into the ground by a self-described anti-capitalist from Vancouver who liberally utilized the hashtag abolish work and be gay, do crime.
What?
That's a weird hashtag be gay, do crime.
Yeah, I don't know what would come up if I did a search for hashtag be gay, do crime, but we're going to find out.
The establishment sold at a profit anti-Israeli literature T-shirts depicting police being hanged and propaganda pieces promoting LGBT terrorism. Extra to inciting materials, its owner routinely peddled hatred and bigotry on the cafe's Instagram page. In one instance, the owner, Gabriel Sims Fewer, wrote, wishing the Pope, the Catholic clergy, and the Canadian government the centuries of suffering and death that they have ever given the world. Oh. Okay. So he's not a fan of Canada, but he lives there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good to see these Canada-loathing people because, that's a space that's not that full right now.
That's true. That's true.
You need some more people with a deep-seated hatred for Canada.
Yep. Yeah, you could be a trendsetter.
He wrote, when Queen Elizabeth died, the owner again wrote on the cafe Instagram page, the Queen was blank, some expletive, I would say S-H-I-T perhaps, and should have died sooner.
Oh, man.
Beautiful.
This guy is a winner, I can tell.
Little over a year after opening on private property, the Anarchist, run by Gabriel Sims Fewer, announced that it could no longer hack it in the real world and would be closing its doors May 30th.
Sounds like a pillar of the community that they just lost. And that stinks because you hate to lose good people in your town.
When you've opened a for-profit business and yet you despise capitalism and are trying to bring it down, I'm really surprised it didn't work.
I would really hate to see this guy sell this property that he owns. He should just give it to the Native Americans that
it was stolen land from in the first place.
So now's a good chance to make good. Do your part, bro. Give it to the Lumbee tribe or somebody like that.
So bizarre. Sims Fewer, the white male son of a middle-class private school teacher in the world's 8th richest country, indicated that the cafe was true to its anti-capitalist branding in at least this regard. It failed because it was unable to raise capital.
That's fun.
Unfortunately, the lack of generational wealth / seed capital from ethically bankrupt sources left me unable to weather the quiet winter season.
Listen, this guy is such a loser.
Despite failing, Sims Fewer claimed that his cafe had been a huge success.
Okay, well, that's a lefty's twisted view of success, obviously.
Sims Fewer concluded his admission of failure by writing, F the rich, F the police, F the state, F the colonial death camp we call Canada. The colonial death camp that is Canada.
Yeah.
How often have we railed against that? So often.
And that's a phrase that doesn't get used often enough.
No, it doesn't.
What is it again?
The colonial death camp we call Canada.
Now, I would buy a T-shirt like that from that guy.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. It'd have to be in small print because that's a lot.
Yeah, you don't want too many words.
The Anarchist was roundly ridiculed by conservatives and fellow travelers alike at the time of its original debut. One critic noted, the owner is a rich white guy from Vancouver who opened up a coffee shop in a low-income neighborhood. Another wrote, nothing says anti-capitalism like charging $10 for a cup of coffee.
I think we figured out why you didn't make it, man.
He sold espressos for $3.75 Canadian, lattes $5.25, cold brews for $4. For the Marks and Ingalls, a piccolo latte, he charged $4 per beverage. Despite stating, I hate how everything in specialty coffee is so inaccessible to working class people and inhospitable to everyone but the white upper middle class, he acknowledged on his website that he had to keep prices high enough for him to keep the business open.
What if I went in there and I said, bro, can I just get a cup of water? Like, what would he offer me? Something.
What do you and your family do to cut back on plastics?
We have recently switched to drinking water bottles out of when we have water bottles.
When you have water bottles
out of a plastic, away from plastic towards paper
box,
like drink box water bottles, sort of things.
Water bottles.
Awesome.
Sort of things. Brilliantly put by Justin Trudeau.
That is far and away my favorite Justin Trudeau
it's so great.
Clip ever.
And of course, that's the head of the death camp they call Canada.
I mean, it is a Marxist country. He should feel right at home.
He should, but
our friend
from
at the coffee shop, with the
that is closing on May 30th because he can't quite make it.
What a loser!
Oh my gosh!
He should donate that land. I want to see an Indian tribe taken over right now.
Yes. What's the predominant tribe near? Is it Toronto?
Is that where he is?
I think they're in Toronto.
Okay.
So we should look for the predominant Indian tribe who used to own that land and give it to him. Just hand it right over to him. Love to see him.
Let's see here.
Do something.
Yeah,
like that.
It's time for the. Let's go with Chippewa.
Okay.
There's a lot. It looks like a lot. But that's the one that I can pronounce. Okay. Hand it over to some Chippewa tribe and call it done. And then you'll have done your part, sir.
Perfect. We've settled the whole thing for him.
We are helpful.
Yeah, absolutely. We've always been. We're nothing if not helpers.